It's not about perfection, it's about efforts. At the end of the day, your efforts are going to make you perfect in anything. Well, hello and welcome back. Today we are going to learn an interesting concept, which is hiding, showing and removing elements using jQuery. So what are we waiting for? Let us get started. You can show and hide HTML elements using the jQuery show and hide methods. The hide method simply sets the inline style display, none for the selected elements. Conversely, the show method restores the display properties of the matched set of elements to whatever they initially were, typically block, inline or inline block. Before the inline style display, none was applied to them. Here is an example. In this example, we have used hide and show methods to hide and show certain elements. After reading the names of these methods, you obviously got the idea of their usage. Well, there are two P elements and two buttons in this example. When we click on the first button, all the P elements, they will hide. When we click on the second button, all the P elements, they will be visible again. And now it's time to see the output. When we click on the first button, the P elements hide. Let us click on the second one. And voila, all the elements, they are visible yet again. Isn't it like magic? Well, on that note, we will wrap up this lecture. And here is an assignment for you all. Take two H1 elements and apply hide and show methods. As you all know, we are manipulating the DOM elements with the help of JavaScript's lightweight and easy to use library, that is jQuery. So today we are going to see how to set and get elements using jQuery. But before doing that, let us see the agenda of this lecture. First, we will see the methods to set and get content. After that, we will learn how to use the methods to get the content from the DOM using jQuery. Then we will see how to set the content. And in the end, there will be an assignment for you all. Now, jQuery contains powerful methods for changing and manipulating HTML elements and attributes. jQuery comes with a bunch of DOM-related methods that make it really easy to access and manipulate elements and attributes. Let us see some methods to get and set content for manipulation. Text sets or returns the text content of selected elements. HTML sets or returns the content of selected elements, including HTML markup. Val sets or returns the value of form fields. Let us see example using text and HTML methods to get content. Let us jump into the code. In this example, there are two buttons having ID btn1 and btn2. The on-click event of btn1 has an alert. In the alert, there is an ID selector which selects the element having an ID test and applying the text method to it, so that when we click on the btn1, it will alert us with just the text content of that element. The second button is also doing the same thing. The difference is it is applying the HTML method to the element having ID test. Let us see the output. When we click on the first button, it alerts us with the text content of the selected element. When we click on the second button, it is alerting the text content as well as the HTML tags. So I hope now you know the difference between these two. Let us see the example. Third method, which is val. Let us directly jump into the code. In this example, there is an input field and a button. In the on-click event of the button, there is an alert. We are applying the val method to the element having ID test. You know why we use the val method, right? Well, to set or return the value from the field. So we are getting the value of the input field and alerting it when we click on the button. Let us see the output. Let us click on the button. Great, so we got the alert, and this is how we can get the methods from the DOM using jQuery. And now it's time for us to see how to set content using these methods. Let us see an example so that you would understand the point very easily. In this example, there are 3 buttons and 1 input field. In the on-click events of the buttons, we are applying our methods to set content in the specified elements. First, we are selecting the ID of the P element having ID test1 and changing or setting its content to hello world using method text. Then we are changing the content of the other element having ID test2 to hello world in bold. We can do that using the HTML method. At last, we are changing the value of the input field Mickey Mouse to John Doe by applying the method val. Let us see the output. Let us click on the button Set Text. Voila! The content of the first element has been changed to Hello World. And same with the second one, but it is in bold. Now click on the third button. Great, its value also changed to John Doe. So I recommend that you go through each example again to have a better and thorough understanding. And before wrapping up this lecture, here is an assignment for you all. Use a jQuery method to change the text of a div element to Hello World. Well, I really cannot wait to meet you all in the next lecture. Till then, stay connected and stay safe. Bye.